AITA for shutting down a girl's attempt to diagnose me with an eating disorder? I lost my left leg when I was very young from a hospital-acquired infection. I have a prosthetic leg which I use for walking and another one for running and exercise. When I was on my parents' health insurance growing up, I got refitted regularly as I grew up. Now I'm too old to be on my parents' insurance, and while my company's insurance is considered very good, getting a new leg or getting adjustments for body weight changes are still expensive. I expect to be paying a fortune if I get pregnant. So I try my best to stay the same weight, and if I gain some weight I can immediately feel it becoming less comfortable to walk. Anyway, a friend's GF and I were talking and she began remarking on how I'm not eating much. We were out to dinner and I just was having a soup and salad and everyone else was having baby back ribs. I'd stolen a few of my BF's plate, but generally I was trying to eat light. I said I was trying to lose a few pounds and she immediately assured me I was beautiful the way I was and I didn't need to lose weight. I told her I know I am, but losing weight helps with my mobility. She began diagnosing me with an eating disorder, saying I must have a delusion. I was very heavy and having issues walking. I was pissed and she sounded super condescending and blurted out she had no business talking down to me about my weight, even if it was to tell me not to change it. The other people overheard and the GF got really embarrassed and left with my friend soon after. My BF thinks I should have explained why I need to keep my weight the same, but I don't think I should have to pull out my disability to get her to shut up. With long loose pants it's often hard to tell I have a prosthetic leg. I don't know if she knew, but I didn't feel like justifying why my weight needed to stay the same. But AITA for shutting down her attempts to diagnose me with an eating disorder? NTA. She's not qualified to diagnose you, and people who do can cause serious damage. It's none of her business either way. It's also shallow of her to take your health concerns and make it about being beautiful. NTA. People really need to stop commenting on each other's bodies and diagnosing issues that aren't there and won't listen to reason. I was taunted and teased and questioned for anorexia for a number of years, even though I had been underweight my entire childhood. No matter what I ate, it was just my body type. You have a legitimate reason for minding your weight, and it was extremely rude for your friend's GF to dig in so deep when she had no idea what she was talking about. I could see explaining more if she acted with any polite curiosity to what mobility issues you had or something. But to imply you're having delusions, nope, nope, nope. She deserved to be shut down however you most felt comfortable doing so. NTA. Bringing up a potential eating disorder in casual dinner conversation is rude as hell, and she should be embarrassed about it. NTA. But you missed a great opportunity to say, "Are you kidding? I put away food so fast they say I must have a hollow leg." Followed by the big reveal. NTA. You don't have to have an eating disorder to try to maintain weight. You mentioned mobility. I assume she didn't ask anything further about that. But mobility can actually cover huge amount of issues, not just prosthetics. Maybe you had an injured knee or back and keeping the weight helps you manage the issue. I think you were in your right to shut her down. If you think a basically stranger has an eating disorder, for fuck's sake do not comment on their body, food, or try to diagnose them. It's kind of an extremely sensitive, personal, and embarrassing topic. Eating out with an ED is hard enough as it is. Please don't make the internal screaming harder to ignore by reminding me it's there. That's assuming, big ask, that you're actually right and not that the anti-science side of body positivity just rotted your brain. NTA. And she was very insensitive. Her remarks could have triggered or shamed someone who was in recovery from an ED. NTA. Your medical history is none of her business. And you were perfectly civil until she kept pushing it. NTA. I would also like to point out that, even though this isn't the case here, let's say you did have an eating disorder. What is pointing it out going to accomplish? If you were battling anorexia, maybe that soup and salad is all you can handle. And hey, that's pretty awesome, you are out with friends and eating a nice light meal. If you are battling bulimia, well, now that might trigger you to go purge because of attention put on you. If you are self-conscious about eating, well, yeah, obviously pointing it out is just going to make it more uncomfortable. So yeah, this person was an no matter what OP's personal situation is. Props to you, OP, for taking control of your body and staying on top of things in a way that works for you. Side note, I am an IBS sufferer and often have to turn down foods that may trigger me. And I have gotten questioned too. I am not really comfortable discussing over food that if I did partake I would end up curled on the bathroom floor crying and spring cleaning my colon. People are jerks. Take home message: don't bring attention to someone's food or drink habits. It's rude and you don't know, and don't need to know, their reason for their personal choices. Endrant. Clear NTA. It was simply none of her business what you ate or how much. She overstepped, and if she was embarrassed, she did it to herself. NTA. Firstly, polite people don't comment on what others are eating at a casual dinner like this. If you go there anyway, the only response to someone who then says they're trying to lose a few pounds is okay. Right, you are. UHHUH. Or any other anodyne harmless remark, and move the conversation along to a different topic. You do not diagnose a near stranger with an eating disorder, and you do not double down when you know nothing of that person's history. And it is not up to you to educate her on the specific reasons you have for wanting to keep your weight at a certain level. No doubt if you had educated her, she would have got defensive and mad, and you would have been blamed for ruining the night. You did the right thing. And to my mind, the only thing you could have done with someone asking nosy, intrusive questions. NTA. You don't have to explain yourself or apologize to anyone. My response to comments like this is, why don't you eat what you want? And I will eat what I want. And we'll both be happy. This became the standard. After dealing with a coworker who commented on my food at every chance, she began diagnosing me with an eating disorder, saying I must have a delusion I was very heavy and having issues walking. Even if you had an eating disorder, the dinner table full of friends was not a suitable place for her to play junior doctor. And it's not your job to prove to her that you don't have one. She needed to be told. And you told her. Your BF's wrong. Bet she won't try diagnosing at the dinner table again. NTA. InTA. You don't need to explain your medical history. She was in no place to say anything. She didn't know you and assumed you had an eating disorder. Eating disorders are serious diseases. And too many people tell each other they might have an eating disorder. It makes me mad because my best friend died from complications as a result of her eating disorder. Additionally, there could be a variety of reasons why you weren't eating. You could have been avoiding the sodium content in the ribs or restricting how much pork you're eating. It could have easily been you wanted to have a girl dinner. Good job for shutting her down. My BF thinks I should have explained why I need to keep my weight the same. No. Do not explain decisions like that. She needs to respect your decision, not agree with it. NTA. NTA. I had an acquaintance that tried to do the same. She was studying psychology and felt like she knew it all. TBF. I don't have a prosthetic leg. Nor I was dieting. I just have particular habits regarding eating. Now I'm too old to be on my parents' insurance and while. Fuck this entire country. You deserve better. Move to Spain. AITA. Your disability. Medical history. Eating habits and weight are none of her business. People really need to stop commenting on what other people eat, weigh. Also, what's wrong with just having a soup and salad? Some salads are calorie heavy and same with soups. What if that is what you were craving? Maybe you wanted to go light cause your stomach hurt? People need really not judge a person's meal.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. AmITheAsshole is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.